everybody to the Sunday Love Feast. Today's lecture will be given by Bhakta Rimpu. Everybody, big Haribol. Want a chair? You want two pillows?
So you made it this way.
Hare Krishna.
Everybody can move a little bit forward, please. Only this can go back.
Hare Krishna.
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 Jai Jai Shri Radharam. Jai Jai Naval Kishore. Jai Gopi Chitta Chor Prabhu. वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
ततो जयम् उदीर्ये
Tato Jayam Udire.
नष्टप्रायश्व भद्रेषु
Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu.
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
भगवतीरुत्तम श्लोके
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
भवति नैष्टिकी
Bhakti Bhagavati Naishpati.
ॐ ज्ञानं तिमिरन्दस्य
ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कटाक्षं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीधरपदवन्दं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीगुरुं सारयार्थं स्वसगणरघुनाथान्तां साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णवृषभाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरवति नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोविंद गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण Obeisances unto your lotus feet, all of you, and to the senior devotees. Seek your blessings. I might make a lot of mistakes, but please forgive me for that. I'll try to bring, Shukdev Goswami's Prabhupada's message as it should. Today is very auspicious day. It's Dwadashi of Ashwin month. It's the Krishna Paksh, which is also called Pitru Paksh. How many of you, know Pitru Paksh or Shraddh? So basically, these are like 15 days in this lunar calendar month, where we try to remember our ancestor forefathers and do whatever auspicious activities, things that we can perform and give all the the results, the outcome to them, so that they can elevate to the higher planets. So it's a very special day. Actually, it's a very special day for me because my father actually left his body like 22 years back on this day, Dwadashi, but not in this Krishna Paksh, but on Shukla Paksh, like just 2-3 days before Diwali. But the Shraddh is like today for him. So thank you, whoever gave me the opportunity to speak on this day. And the topic, because it is Pitru Paksh, and we just had like Bhadra Purnima. So Bhadra is like in June, July, August, we had this Purnima when Shukdev Goswami, he first, gave the instructions of Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. So this is like very, special in that way. So that today's, discussion, it's not going to be a lecture, it's going to be more, like discussion, telling the story about why Bhagavatam is so important for all of us, and, importance of Bhagavatam and how we can use Bhagavatam as a tool to give, oblations, or, to perform something auspicious in the name of our forefathers. So the whole story goes around that. I did a 10 minutes slide just to keep you busy on the screen so that you don't sleep. So it's not the best and how to say graphics we can get. Was you see something on the screen?
Yeah.
I just touched it was this you should not see this one, but it should be
Full screen.
full screen. That's 11. Correct? Works? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is AI generated image.
Looks like that.
Look at it. Yeah. So, yeah, the AI do the perfect work. So that's how our brain should work. We should do the perfect work just to attain perfection. You know which place is this? You see like three rivers here.
Allahabad.
Correct. Yeah, it's Prayagraj.
Prayagraj.
I think we stopped saying Allahabad.
Allahabad.
So we have Narendra Modi and Yogi ji, so we stopped saying Allahabad. It's Prayagraj. There's an invisible Saraswati river there. It's Trivedi Sangam. This one?
This
Yeah.
Varanasi.
It's Kashi, exactly. And this one?
This is
The one Vishnupad temple in Bodh Gaya. So what are these three places, well known for? Yeah. So this is for the Pindadan Shraddh ceremony. These are the three places where everyone, the millions of people, they just go and they do the Shraddh ceremony for their ancestors, for their forefathers. Just one second, technical break. Yeah. So anybody has to say something in the meantime about Shraddh or forefathers or your experiences? Just 1 minute if you want to share. That would be nice as well.
Is Haridwar also the place to perform those?
Haridwar as well. Yeah, there are like total 8 places that I know, including there is one which I explored recently in Bombay. I didn't know where all the famous celebrities they go. It's a hidden place in middle of the city, like in Amsterdam. There's a lake. Barnganga, yeah, exactly.
When I see first time heard from the devotee, I thought like how this Hanumanji drove and Ramji drove.
No, it's like there's a spring water coming out of the lake, and then the lake is formed, and the water goes directly into the sea. So when they do this Pindadan there, it just goes into the sea. So the people who cannot travel to these three places, does it work? Yeah. So basically, we should do like Shraddh ceremony in these three places. Why I mentioned this is because the story that we are going to discuss today is about two devotees from Bhagavatam, which actually perform Shraddh, and how Bhagavatam is mentioning the importance of doing the auspicious activities for the satisfaction of our forefathers. So this is the verse, it's going to the base for our story. It goes on like this. Akhyanametat paramam pavitram shrutam sakradve vidhe daghagham shraddhe prayuktam pitratraptim avheta nityam supatad apunarbhavam cha. I don't know why it's not bigger on my screen. Yeah, now it is better, yeah. Akhyanametat paramam pavitram shrutam sakradve vidhe dagogham shraddhe prayuktam pitratrapti mabheta nityam supatad apunar bhavam cha. So if we go word by word, the first word is Akhyan. Akhyan means the narration. So shall we all repeat like once? It's the whole verse maybe. That's better, right? So we all can do it together instead of like one by one. So let's do it together. Akhyanam paramam pavitram shrutam sagradhe vidhe raghoham shradhe prayuktam pitrapti maveta nityam supathat apunarbhavam cha Akhyanam paramam pavitram shrutam sagradhe vidhe raghoham shradhe prayuktam pitrapti maveta Nityam supathat apunarbhavam. Akhyan, narration. Everyone, we can say it together. Akhyan, narration. Etat, this. Purnam pavitram, supremely pure or perfect. Shrutam, here. Sukrat, Sukriti or brings auspiciousness. Vai, for surely. Vidahed, especially burns. Agha, sins. Ogham, in a large quantity or mass. Shradhe, during Shradh or Pitrupaksh. And the alternate meaning is also with full faith or with Shraddha. Prayuktam, engaged. Pitra, forefathers. Triptim, satisfaction. Avaheta, brings. Nityam, continuously. Suparthad, sincerely. Apunar, not again. Bhavam, appear. Cha, certainly. So this shlok is not from Bhagavatam but from Bhagavad Mahatamya, chapter 5, shlok 90, which is the extract of Padma Puran, which is also written by Vedvyas. So this is also called Shastra in that way. So this is directly coming from there. And if you read Bhagavatam, there are like multiple references to Padma Puran. So all the Ekadashi, like yesterday was Indra Ekadashi, correct? So the stories of Ekadashis are all mentioned in Padma Puran just before Bhagavad Mahatamya. And so basically I extracted it from there. This is not translated by Prabhupada, so the English, like the translation that you see is not really authentic in that sense. So I tried my best to, convert it into the right, meanings as from our Prabhupada's translation. So if we read the verse, maybe one of you can read. Somebody, you want to read Surah 2? Okay. Anyone? Right, please.
So, translation?
Yeah, that's right.
If this extremely sacred story, or the Bhagavata, is heard
Can you
only
give him the
once-
mic?
Sure.
If this extremely sacred story or the Bhagavata is heard only once, it burns down all the mass of sins. If recited at the time of the performance of the Sraddha ceremony, it brings thorough satisfaction to the forefathers. If it is devoutly read every day, it terminates the samsara, meaning the cycle of birth and death.
Yeah, so basically what this verse is saying is like Akhyan is a narration. So here it is indirectly referring to Bhagavatam because it is about Bhagavad Mahatmya. And it says it's a paramam pavitram, which is the purest of the pure. It's a perfect, is a perfect scripture. And it says like even if you hear it once, with a hate, it says like it burns the other is our sin, and ugam is in a large quantity. So if we have enormous sins collected in not just this life, but like all your millions of life that you have been through, all these 84 lakh, how to say 8 billion, right? 8.4 million species that we have been through. If you have collected all the sins, that will just go away. By what? By just listening it once. Shruti, just once. Not even like 100 times, only once. So I request you sincerely, honestly, and like humbly that please be very attentive whenever you hear Bhagavatam. So all these like Bhagavatam lectures are very, very important. It's very important to be attentive. At the end of the story, we'll see why it is so important. Okay. Then it says Shradhe. Shradhe, as I said, like there are two meanings. One is during this Pitru Paksh, or with Shraddha, with full faith. So it's not like you just come inside the room and you just listen as, like we go to the movie theater, watch the movie and go away. No, we should have full faith. We should really have full faith on Krishna, because Bhagavatam is the story of Krishna. Guru Shri Shri Karunanitai Gaurchand Bhagwan Ki Jai. So, and then it says, even if you read it once, it's going to, give you Sukriti. It's going to give you Sukriti. So, Punya is something that will vanish very soon in this life. But Sukriti is something that you get, and it's going to, how to say, it is something which helps you going close to the God, like going close to Krishna. That is Sukriti. It's much, much bigger than Punya. So when you do all the auspicious activities, you just collect Punya, you go to Swarga or, Devi Ram or to Kailash Lok. But when you get Sukriti, that is something that you need in order to go back to Godhead, like as Prabhupada properly says. And when it says doing this during the Pitru Paksh, is actually going to give Pitra Traptim. It's going to give satisfaction. Avar means bring. So it brings satisfaction to our forefathers if we do Bhagavatam, reading of Bhagavatam even once in the Pitru Paksh. And then the last line is very beautiful. It says Nityam Supathar. Nityam means like continuously. If you read it every day, then it says Apunar Bhavamcha. Apunar. Punar means like again and again. Apunar means not again. So actually Cha was not, certainly it was and, it's a typo here. I forgot to update it and I didn't get chance. So and, like it's like and. So it's not just giving, triptim to your forefathers, satisfaction to the forefathers, but it's actually, if you read it every day, it's going to end the cycle of birth and death, which is called sansar. Or in other words, as we say in ISKCON, you'll directly go back to Godhead. So this is the only ticket to go back to Godhead, nothing else. You read Bhagavatam. And if you read these few specific chapters, like within this Bhagavatam Mahatmya, it says like every person should read at least one verse every day. If not one, at least a quarter of a verse. Can you imagine the potency of that Bhagavatam? Just a quarter of a verse is going to take you to back to Godhead. I'm trying to use the words like we use in school. Back to Godhead. Yeah. So now we should go back to our story where we are. Yes. So Bhagavatam chronology, I'll just put it on the screen for you. So what has happened is Vyasadeva, he was the incarnation of Vishnu, whose specific purpose was to write, Vedas, to translate the Shruti knowledge, what you hear, into books, because he knew, like the people like me, they are not going to remember anything. Even the words I have to look at like the screen 10 times and still I cannot read it nicely. So he wrote it for us to make it life easier. He wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, he wrote all the 18 Puranas, and one of them is Padma Puran, from where the story we are going to read. This Srimad Bhagavatam was first recited or narrated to Parikshit Maharaj by Shukadeva Goswami. We all know this. I'm just repeating the whole story that we have already listened multiple times. But the beauty is like every time you hear it, you will find something new in it, or the rasa in it. So this happened on 9th day, on the Navami of Shukla Paksh of Bhadrapad. Bhadrapad is what we said, like Bhadrapad Purnima just went. Okay? So this is when it happened. But this happened after 300 years of departure of Sri Krishna from this earth, when he went back to Vaikuntha or Golok Vrindavan. At that time, Parikshit Maharaj gave. Second time this same narration happened was done by Gokarna to Dundukari. So how many of you have heard the story of Gokarna and Dundukari? You're disappointing me. I thought everybody will raise hand and my life would be simpler. So this is the story we are going to read today. And this is the whole basis of Bhagavad Mahatmya or Bhagavatam. This is so important story which is going to help us understand why Bhagavatam is so important and why Bhagavatam understanding or hearing attentively is super important. Okay, so this was done 200 years after Parikshit Maharaj heard the story from Shukadeva Goswami. Okay, we are already like 500 years in Kali Yuga. Now what has happened is then in between, like Shandilya Rishi, there was Shandilya Rishi from the time of Lord Ramchandra Janakji.
he told this story of Gokarna and Dundukari to Kumaras, like 4 Kumar. You know these 4 Kumars, right? The Sanatan.
Yes.
Who? Yeah. Sanat, Sanatan, and Sanandana. These 4 Kumars, they got this story from Chandilya Rishi. Now, these 4 Kumars, they tell this story to Narad Muni about Gokarna and also Bhagavatam. He's reciting the whole Bhagavatam. And during this recitation, when Sanat Kumar is giving this recitation to Narad Muni, Bhakti Devi is manifesting from the Bhagavatam. Actually, we don't have enough time. Otherwise, this whole conversation is actually in the Bhagavad Mahatmya, which I wanted to bring here, but we are really lack of time. It's very, very interesting. I had a lot of, how to say, verses or the translations which actually say why Bhagavatam is so important. What is the beauty of Bhagavatam reading? What it actually is going to bring to us. But unfortunately, in this age of Kali, we don't have enough time. Okay. So, and what I have, I forgot, like, one of the Maharaj in Russia, like, he used to read, the Bhagavatam story, and he was allotted 2 hours of time, but then he was just reciting the story, and the devotees are so nice, they just keep listening. They don't remember time, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. They just sit and listen, that's it. So that is how one should listen Bhagavatam. We should not really restrict to the time. If time permits, we should, do that. So this Sanat Kumar to Narad Muni, this happened 300 years, right? That's what it's 300 years after Shukdev Goswami told this story. Sorry, the Dundukari thing happened. Gokarna to Dundukari, that story happened. And then Suta Goswami is saying this Bhagavatam, or narrating or reciting this Bhagavatam to Shaunak Rishi and other 88,000 saints or rishis in Naimish forest, like in Naimisharanya, right? In Naimish forest. Okay. And the last but not least, if you look in our scripture Shastras, nothing is complete without Mahadev and Parvati, Shiva and Parvati. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to stop me. I don't know, if you know Shiva, Parvati and others, but this is like usually the standard thing which everybody knows. I'm just repeating it. So, what is happening is in Padma Puran, Parvati is asking with curiosity, with full faith, with attentiveness to Mahadev about Gita Mahatmya. Like first they talk about Gita, the importance of Gita, and then she is, let's see if we have, that is the next slide maybe. Yeah. So she is asking Mahadev like this, you are the God of the God. You always praise, whenever you want to ask someone some question, you always praise them first. You will see that like multiple times. Narad doing to Kumar is doing to, to Chandilya Muni and so on, Shaunakji to Suta Goswami. They just glorify the person who is supposed to answer the question. This is what is happening. And then she says, see, why I wanted to bring this point is because Parvati, she is Mahamaya. She is the causes of all the causes in this material world. So even if we are, whatever we see, whatever we don't see, whatever we feel, don't feel, it's all because of her. And in this particular verse, I didn't bring the verse here, but here she says, among all the Puranas, Bhagavat is the best. In what? By every word, Krishna is sung in various ways by the sages. So what is the most important point here? It's already marked, right? So Krishna is not in bold. What is in bold? Bhagavad Puran is the best. Parvati is bona fiding that. She's putting a stamp. Bhagavatam is best. Not just, she is one of them. But if you go through the story multiple times, different Vaishnavas, different devotees, and all the, the elevated devotees, we say, right, Vaishnav Nam Yatha Shambhu. Like Shivji is also saying that. Kumar, like they are also saying, Narad Muni is also saying, Shukdev Goswami is also saying, Sanat Kumar, Suta Goswami is also saying, everybody is saying the same thing. Bhagavatam is the best. And in this Padma Puran, it is said that Brahma, like after Shukdev ji told this story to, why time is running? Shukdev is giving this, narrating the story to Parikshit Maharaj. He wanted to testify which Puran is best. And then he came out that Bhagavad Puran is best. So Brahma is also bona fiding that Bhagavatam is best. So do you need other proof than this? No, even I am saying, and others like, the whole temple, they say everybody says Bhagavatam is best. So don't have any kind of doubts. If you have any kinds of doubt, you can, approach Nilambar Prabhu or any other devotee here, senior devotees, you can talk to them. They can give you enough justification why Bhagavatam is best. And you remember why? We just discussed like few minutes back. One verse, quarter of a verse every day. Don't forget that. Padma Puran says that. So all the Ekadashis that you are following is coming from Padma Puran, all the stories. So if you believe in Ekadashi, all the stories, you need to believe this statement as well. Quarter of a verse is going to help you. How? Going back to Godhead, to getting the mukti, liberation, whatever you call moksha. Okay. So now it's a lot of chronology, like 4 or 5 levels of like how this Bhagavatam is going. So if you don't remember, it's fine not to remember anything. Only thing to remember is quarter of a verse every day is going to take me back to Krishna, but with full faith and full attention. That's it. Okay. So Parvati ji is asking Mahadev, okay, tell me about Bhagavad. So now Mahadev ji starts with Suta Goswami telling this story to Shaunak ji and 88,000 rishis in Naimisharanya. That's how the story is starting. Okay. Within that story, here in these 3 verses, I think in the second slide, in these 3 verses, Suta Goswami is describing the importance of reading Bhagavatam once a month, once a year, and in 7 days. Okay, so you can read that later, but not now. I can share that with you. But here he says at the end of the line, listening to it, O best of Brahmins, devotion to it for a month earns splendor. You'll go to what is it called, Swarga. Then listening to it for a week gives salvation, or Muktidayakam. We say in the verse it says Muktidayakam. Muktidayakam means going back to Godhead at all times. Oh good one, what is the use of talking too much? Let's not discuss more. This is enough. So the most important thing, this story of Gokarn and Dundikara is about Bhagavad Saptah. So the tradition of reading Bhagavatam is like doing it in a week. Why? Because we people of Kali Yuga, we don't have enough patience, we don't have enough, control to be attentive. So these great rishis, these great devotees, they created a shortcut. Let's not do it like the whole year. Let's condense it into a week, and let's follow some kind of vow, like Bhagavad Saptah Pran, and then follow your lifestyle into certain way. There are like some rules and regulations. Usually we don't call like rules in our scriptures, it's usually like the regulations. So how one should be, attentive, what things we should read, what we should not, how we should read. So that is Bhagavad Saptah. The whole story, narration between Kumar, Sanat Kumar, like 4 Kumars, and Narad Muni talks about the importance of Bhagavad Saptah, how we should do Bhagavatam in a week. And so basically Narad Muni tells about Bhakti Devi. She has 2 sons. Which sons they have? Bhakti, devotion. Who are the sons of 2 sons of Bhakti?
Gyan and
Vairagya. Correct. So Gyan and Vairagya, they were very old. Bhakti Devi is telling Narad Muni, she was born in Dravida region in south, then she traveled to Maharashtra, Gujarat. By the time she went there, she was like, she lost all the power. Gyan Vairagya also started becoming old. Finally, somehow she reached Vrindavan. And as soon as she came Vrindavan, what happens to Bhakti Devi? What happens to us if we go to Vrindavan? We just go back to Godhead. Bhakti Devi didn't do that. She stayed here. She is a reflection of the actual Bhakti Devi that is in the Vaikuntha. So she stays permanently in Vaikuntha, providing, the bhakti to the Vaishnavas living in Vaikuntha. But then she has a reflection here in this material world that we call Bhakti Devi. Right? Bhakti Devi ki jai, and we all do that. So that Bhakti Devi has 2 sons. She became young again after coming back to Vrindavan. So this Padma Puran basically says that Vrindavan is the epicenter of bhakti. So if you want devotion, You should not stay anywhere else. You go to Vrindavan. But then Prabhupada says, wherever there are devotees, there is Vrindavan. Wherever there is Bhagavatam, there will be devotees. And there will be Krishna as well. So basically, that is the point. You read scripture, shastras, Vrindavan will be created. When Vrindavan is there, bhakti will be young. Your bhakti will be always there, will be very firm. So that is the whole point. So then the story continues. Narad Muni is telling all this. Narad Muni tries to make the son Gyan and Vairagya young again by reciting Gita and Purans and Veds and Mahabharata and everything into their ear. He thinks like everything will be fine, they will become young again, like strong again. But they are still old, nothing happens. So he is very depressed. And this is happening in Suta Goswami's story. Okay. So basically, Shukdev Goswami already told Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, and Bhagavatam was written by Vyasdev, as we saw in the beginning. And Vyasdev wrote Bhagavatam because Narad Muni gave instructions to Vyasdev to write Bhagavatam. Okay, because he was again like what is called. He was not satisfied. He was grieving, lamenting, like what is happening. So Narad Muni told the importance. Now Narad Muni himself is like depressed. What is happening? This Gyan and Vairagya, they are not coming back. What should I do? So he is going to one of the river, I forgot. Like there he meets four Kumaras, and four Kumaras is again glorifying Bhagavatam. That you should do this Bhagavad Sapta. And then Narad Muni says, who better than you can do that Bhagavad Sapta? So please come with me. Kumaras, like they tell them where exactly to go to do this Bhagavad Sapta. So they are reciting this Bhagavatam story to Narad Muni. And while they are reciting like this, Narad Muni was sitting, and all the different rishis, when they heard like Sanat Kumar, like they are going to tell the story of Bhagavatam, everybody, they just ran to that place. Like Naimisharanya, 88,000 rishis came. Same thing happened, All of them, they came. Even Shukdev Goswami came there. And while this was happening, Bhakti Devi just came out of Srimad Bhagavatam and manifested there itself. And she was very, very young and very, powerful again. And both the son Gyan and Vairagya, they also, they recovered from their illness or the old age. So, where were we? Yes. So these three trials, like Bhakti Devi, Gyan and Vairagya, they are all dancing, and Arjun, he's singing, and then Prahlad Maharaj also runs and comes with his wooden cymbals and like playing this thing, and even like other devotees, everybody is happy. Krishna is appearing, manifesting there, because wherever there is Bhagavatam, as Suresh Prabhu said, there is Krishna. That is actually said in Padma Puran. So as soon as we read Bhagavatam, all the devotees living in Vaikuntha Lok, they will all come where the Srimad Bhagavatam is recited, including Shri Krishna. And at the end, Shri Krishna is happy, and he is asking for a boon. So I think Shukdev Goswami is asking like to, if I am not wrong, I don't remember. It's Kali. Yeah, they say like you should always manifest when there will be Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. And I'll also mention one more important point just to glorify Bhagavatam. I promised someone that I'm going to glorify Bhagavatam. So one more point that I want to make is when Krishna was departing from this earth, when he was going back to his original planet, Golok, Uddhav ji, he asked Shri Krishna, like, now you are leaving, how are we all going to survive? Your devotees, they cannot live without you, and everything is going to be bad. Kali is approaching. How should we survive? So what Krishna did is he manifested himself into words. So his image came into the words, and that collection of words is somewhere it says like. So every word of Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. So that is the reflection of Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing else but Sri Krishna himself. So there is no difference in those two. That we have to understand. You are all with me? Or is it too much complex? So this is, I'll skip all the, the glorification. It's in lot of like verses. It says like 20-30 verses just describing the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. So now we will directly jump to, where are we? Yeah, this is also very important one. Here Kumars are saying, even if you are the worst of the worst, this is important to go to the story. So, yeah, very wicked, engaged in doing bad acts, jealous, you can be the worst of the creature on this earth. I don't know who you know the worst, anybody not name anyone from the room, but, I don't know, Ravan, Kansa, whoever you can think of, from modern times as well you can think of, even they can get Sukriti, they can get elevated just by not reading, not deciding, just by hearing. How many times? Once. But attentively and with full faith and super attentive. This is what he says, Kumar Shunadar. Now we'll go to Gokarna and Dhundhukari. So Kumar says to Narad Muni, before telling the Bhagavatam, reciting the Bhagavatam, they say, okay, now I am going to tell you a story of Gokarna and Dhundhukari, which has happened in ancient times. So there was a Brahman named Atmadev. He was living on the banks of Tungabhadra river. He was married, and now he was 50 years of age. But still he did not had any son. But they were super rich. They had everything. Nice Porsche, a very nice beach house with a big garden, like my boy wants, a roof where he can see the beach. Everything was like that, exactly like that. But on the Tungabhadra river. So, okay. So he has everything. He was very happy with his wife. Wife was also very nice to him, but not to others. She was very wicked, right? How you say, wicked kind of person. She was always quarreling with people, finding peace or satisfaction in these kind of, doing something bad for others. But they had everything. They had a lot of food, they had a lot of money, everything except son. So superficially they were very happy, but inside Atmadev was not very happy. So Atmadev is, we can also say Atmadev is like Atma. So we can correlate ourselves with Atmadev. We could be Atmadev, having everything, having wife, money, car, bungalow, but it's not going to give satisfaction to us. That is how it is. So one fine day, he goes on the bank of Tungabhadra river and he is drinking the water, and he has a plan. He has a plan that he reveals to a very revered Siddha who comes exactly at that point to drink the water from that river. Both of them are drinking. Atmadev feels like he is my master, he is my teacher. So he pays obeisances, and they have a discussion, starts asking questions, and then this Siddha, he says you look very very depressed. What is happening with you? What is the problem? And you look very rich. You look very from a good family. What is happening? He says I have everything except son, and I have decided I'm going to give my life away by jumping into this river, because my life is of no use. I don't have son. Even I have cows at my home. Even they don't have any calves, no children. So, and whenever I do something good to others, it is just becoming the other way. So if I do some punya, it becomes bad for others, for me as well. Something is terrible with my life. I don't know why it is happening, but I want to give away my life because everything is going wrong. So this Siddha, he looks into his rays on his forehead and says okay, there is no point. How many times are you going to give away your life? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times, 7 life you are not going to have any son. Are you sure you want to commit suicide? 7 times. So this Atmadev is very smart. He's a Brahmin. He's a learned person. He says, if this Siddha can tell me for 7 lives I'm not going to have son, he can actually give me son in this life. So he says, you give me a son, do whatever you want. Just give me a son, otherwise I'll jump in front of you and you will be responsible for my death. Because the person who is Sakshi, what is it called? Witness of someone committing suicide is also a criminal. You have to save someone's life. This is how, even now, right? Why didn't you save the life? So he gives a fruit to this, to Atmadev. Says give this fruit to your wife, and let her eat this. This is the very same, right? In every story, Ramayana, they get kheer, somebody will get fruit. Here also, the wife is getting fruit to eat, and then she has to follow some certain vows, like she should be truthful, she should do this, like, because limitation of time, I have to do very shortcut again. Anyways, we started like 5-10 minutes late, so yeah, because of the nice singing, Kirtan. So yeah, she gets the fruit from her husband Atmadev, and her name is Dhunduli. Dhundli. In Hindi, Dhundli means like hazy, right? Dhundli. So I'm not 100% sure if this Dhundli means the same. Okay, this is my interpretation. Okay, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but Dhundli means hazy. You know, like in shady, I'll call it shady, not hazy. I'll call it shady in this context. So she's a very shady person. Okay, so Dhundli is already, you know the character. How she was? Very, very nice to husband, but very bad to others. She thinks like, okay, if I eat this fruit, I'll be pregnant. 9 months I have to carry the baby. I have to go through all the this vow like that I have to take. What the Siddha told me. So what shall I do with this fruit? Shall I eat? Shall I have a baby or not? So she is in a dilemma. Now her sister, who is equally bad as this Dhundli, is arriving at the home of Dhundli, and she says, "Don't worry, sister. You do one thing. I am pregnant, anyways. I'm just got pregnant. So whatever child comes to me, you take it, because you don't have child for 50 years. Your husband is like 50 years, so she must be also whatever 45 something, going into Vanpas. So you take the baby. You don't eat the fruit. Just tell your husband, pretend that you are pregnant, everything looks, like as, I don't know how to pretend that, maybe put a pillow like in the Bollywood movie. So she's, and then she says, what shall I do with the fruit? She says, okay, give it to your cow. Just to test if the Siddha, he's a real Siddha or he's a bogus guru. Like we see a lot of those on our Sanskar channel in India, like we have so many bogus gurus. Prabhupada's time there were even many bogus gurus. So she wanted to test this Siddha, if he is correct or not. So they gave this fruit to the cow. Not exactly the same day. After a few days or months, we'll come in the story like how many times late it was. So now she's pretending. After 9 months, the baby is born. Sister gives the baby to Dhundli. Dhundli takes that son to Atmadev. Everybody is happy in the village. Finally, after 50 years, like Nand Maharaj got, Krishna after so many years when he was old. This Atmadev also got a child, a son. After so many years, everybody is happy. He is distributing lot of more, not just sweets. Gold, money, more, cows, everything. He was distributing everything. He was doing the same before the kid was born. I forgot to mention because of the time again. So he was doing all this in order to get the son. But the point, what I wanted to make with this point back then was that even if you do all these auspicious things, if you have done something bad in your previous life, your karma is not going to change. So people who think that I do everything good, but I don't get back, the positive outcome of it, is because you have lot of backlog. First clear your backlog or take a shortcut. Read quarter verse every day. Okay? Read quarter verse every day at least. Take a shortcut. Okay? Or do something, to it. So they did everything happy. Now Dhundli, she is very Dhundli. Okay? She says, I am going to keep the name of my son. So because I am Dhundli, my son will be called Dhundukari. Dhund Akari. Akar means the form. So he is shady person. Like fog, whatever. This is after he is dead. Not like this. He is after dead. And so Dhundukari, from childhood he is a bad fellow. He is doing everything wrong.
Like the mother.
Mother is even better. Yeah, we have in India we say baap numbari to beta 10 numbari. So if dad is 1, the son is 10 times. He is 1000 times. Okay. Now what happened to the fruit that went to the cow?
Cow had a baby.
Yeah, he is sitting there on the screen with 2 big ears of the cow. So this is a miracle. Now Atmadev is saying, जब बच्चा नहीं था तो किसी को नहीं था, न मुझे न मेरी गाय को, हुआ तो सबको हुआ, So if there was no child, it was with no one in my family, not to me, not to my cow as well. Now when there is a child, even I got, after 3 months, the cow also gave birth to a very pious person with ears, cow ears. Cow is called what in Sanskrit? Go. And what is ears? Karna. So his name is Gokarna. You'll remember Dhundugari, Gokarna. Time will be out, they will kick me out, but you remember Gokarna and Dhundugari. Okay? So now this is born, Dhundugari and Gokarna. Gokarna is very pious. He is born from the fruit, the blessings of the Siddha. Siddha was like really Siddha. Siddha means like who is really elevated person. He has those Siddhis. He put everything, his mystic powers into the fruit, and that's how this baby is born. He knows everything. He knows all about Vedas. He's a very learned person as well, eventually when he grows big. Dhundugari is the opposite of him. He's doing stealing, murder. Tell me some bad things you can think of. Come on, quick, very time is running out. Loot. Come on. What?
He used to kill.
Kill. Yes. He used to take the children, kids playing on the playground and throw them in the well. Just take the kids and throw them in the well. Can you imagine what kind of person? That is why he is Dhundugari. Completely hopeless. Hopeless, yeah. Hopeless. क्या बोलते हैं? नालायक एकदम. ठीक है. He is really rascal. Prabhupada also used that term. Right? He is a pakka rascal. Okay, so Dhundugari is growing like that. And this Gokarna, he is going to he is getting good education. He is learning Vedas. He is usually like we have this exchange program. So Gokarna is on the exchange program somewhere, going to the university, he is getting all the knowledge. So he is away many times from the house. So this Dhundugari, he is troubling his parents. They are big now, young youth. So he is troubling, his mother, his father. He is stealing all the money, wasting it. Eventually, when you grow young, if you are a bad person, what do you start doing? Usually, when you are like 18, 19, 16, you are like 14 as well. Drinking, smoking, girls, prostitutes. He did everything you can think of. That's why I said just prompt. Just give me words. You think he is doing it. He is such a bad person. Now he took all the money. He is troubling his father, and so Gokarna is coming back. Atmadev is very unsatisfied. He said, "It was good if I didn't have child. Now I have a child. It's worse." Siddha told me correct. Even if you will have child, it's not going to be good for you. You will anyways commit suicide. So now I decided, okay, I'm going to give, I should commit suicide. Gokarna says, hey, are you crazy? Suicide is a crime. According to our Shastra, you should not do that. What you should do? Kaun bola? Correct, yeah. Read Bhagavatam. So Gokarna says, go to the forest. Now you are 50 years already. Okay. No, now you are like 60 years. Sorry, they are 10 years, something like that. You go to forest. Go to Vanprasth, it's time. Why are you, still behind your wife, behind your, woman, wealth, home, my son, this, that. Nothing is helping you. You just go to Vanprasth. You take renunciation, go away, and you do what? You read quarter of a verse every day. No, he didn't say that. He said that you read 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And this Atmadev, he was so happy with his son. He was so satisfied with Gokarna that he actually listened to him. So when sometimes even our kids, they are very knowledgeable, you should actually listen to them. Because they will give you the gem, the diamond that you need in your life. That secret sauce. So we should always be happy, welcoming to listen to our kids. So fast forward, he went to forest. He started reading 10th canto. He was so much immersed in Bhagavatam because he was doing it with faith and with full attention. That at the end moment, by the time he read the 10th canto, he went back to Godhead. The Vishnu Dutas came, they take him. So he went back to Godhead. He got moksha. Okay. Now Dhundugari is very, very happy. My father is gone. When father is gone, who does the wealth belong to? To the son. Because Gokarna is always on the exchange program. So he started, taking all the, whatever was there, stealing things, or snatching things now, not even stealing. Like, now it's mine. He threatened his mother. Where is all the wealth? Give it to me. So the mother was already, she was a wicked woman. she got so terrified that she went on the night in the village, and then she actually jumped in the well accidentally, and then she died. Gone. Mother is gone, father is gone. What will the son Dhundhukari will do? I am the king. So this house belongs to me, I will do whatever I want. He brought 5 prostitutes at home and then started to having liquor, whatever bad things together in the association of them. He was just deteriorating from wherever he was to the most narak. Then these prostitutes, their nature of the women is like, these kind of women is, they need more. They said like, you bring us wealth, you bring us good clothes, jewelry, everything. This Dhundhukari spent everything that he had from his father. He had nothing left. So he started stealing from others' houses. So he brought a lot of wealth. He brought a lot of wealth after stealing from someone's house and keep it in his house. Now these 5 girls, like they got to know like he's just giving us little. The greed came, like it's age of Kali, so the greed came in their head. So they decided, okay, let's kill this Dhundhukari. Okay, and then take all the wealth. Because anyways, the king will get to know that he is stealing, and he will beat this Dhundhukari, and then anyways we are going to get away with this man, so we will not get all the wealth. So they decided they killed him. You know how they killed him? You cannot even imagine. They took the rope and then just in the neck. That was not enough. He didn't die. He was a Dhundhukari. He was a very bad person. He didn't die like that. So they burn charcoal on his face. Then he died. Not enough with that. Those 5 girls threw his body in a pit, like khadda, kya bolte hain?
Pit.
Like throw him on the road, like somewhere gutter. Yeah, somewhere in there, they throw him away. So what happens to such person? Akal Mrityu. So when we drink the, what is it called? The Charnamrit, we recite one verse, right? Akal Mrityu Harnam Sarva Vyadhi Vinashanam. Hai na? To Vishnu Padadukam Titva Punarjanmana Vidyate. So he got Akal Mrityu. It was not destined for his death. These prostitutes, they made him die. So what happens to people who die because of Akal? Now we are in Pritupaksh. Quick. Huh? They roam around. They become? Ghost. He became ghost. He was just he took the form of a wind. He was just staying there. He didn't get moksha. So this Gokarn is on pilgrimage that time. So now he's bigger. He is on a pilgrimage. He gets to know that his brother has died. So now he is in Bodh Gaya. Vishnupada temple. He's there. So he is performing the Pindadan for him. Okay? Pindadan he gave. He comes back. And then Dhundhukari as a ghost, as an evil spirit, he is coming in the form of the wind and troubling Gokarn when he was sleeping in his courtyard in the night. And then he's taking different forms and so on. Gokarn figures out, because of his learned nature, that this is someone who has been, like troubled. He is not in a good state. So he asked him, okay, what is happening with you? Why are you, like troubling me? Do you want something from me? And then he feels like it feels like he's thirsty. Prabhu, yeah. So to Gokarn, it feels like this Dhundhukari spirit is thirsty. So he takes the water and throw him on his face, and then he gets satisfied, Dhundhukari. And Dhundhukari, after getting pacified, he says, "Hey brother, do something for me. I am entangled in this what is called in the ghost form. Please try to free me." So he says, "Hey, I did Pindadan for you in Gaya, your Shraddh. So you should be having, you should have at least reached Swarglok. Not, like to Vaikuntha, but you should have got that." So Dhundhukari is telling Gokarn that even if you do 100 Shraddh in Gaya for 100 years, still I am not going to get any mukti. So you find some other way. Now Gokarn is consulting all the learned people, like we do. Like we have some issues we don't understand, we go to our elders, we go to senior devotees in the temple, like just ask them what can we do. So he did that. so everybody is discussing and nobody is getting the way. So this Dhundu Gokaran and the Brahmins there, they are approaching to Suryadev, and Suryadev they do some kind of stuti. Vancha Chintamani Stuti they do. It's a very nice verse. I wanted to, but we are lack of time. So they do that stuti. It's a very beautiful stuti. And then after that, the sun god is, he is getting he is satisfied. He is prakat hote hain. Kya bolte hain? He appears. Yeah, thanks. He appears in front of them and then tells them that, okay, the only way to give salvation, the liberation, the mukti, going back to Godhead is by reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. And this Srimad Bhagavatam can be recited by Gokarn. Who else can do it? He's the most learned one among you. So they gave him the elevated seat. So he sits there, he gave Bhagavad Saptah. So that is where we are. 200 years after Parikshit Maharaj, listen to that. This Gokarn is giving Bhagavatam or reciting the Bhagavatam story to the people of that Tungabhadra village. So after, so when he is reciting this, what is it called? Dhundukari. Dhundukari, he is in the form of the wind. He was there, right? So he comes and sits on a bamboo tree, and that bamboo tree was the Vancha Chintamani. So he sits on the bamboo branch, and then this bamboo stick had like 7 knots for saptah, right? 7 days. So 7 knots. So after every day, 1 knot was breaking. You know how bamboo bans is like breaking, so it becomes tuck, 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 so it breaks. So after the 7th day, actually this Dhundukari, who was in the form of a ghost, he takes a Chaturbhuj robe like Vishnu. So he becomes the Vishnu servant, and then the Vishnu Yan will come, and all these the devotees from Vaikuntha, they comes and to bring him back to Vaikuntha. And he's on the way, he's actually thanking Gokarn that, hey Gokarn, you actually found the secret recipe for my elevation, because even after doing 100 Shraddh, I could not have got the liberation, because I have done so much of sin in my life and previous life, and I could have never escaped. But just because of you, even I was in such a bad, terrible state, I actually got this form. So he's thanking you. So now this whole Bhagavatam was arranged by some devotees. Like Sarthak, he sponsored the whole Bhagavatam, like this Bhagavatam. He says, I donated like 2,000 euros. Then Rudraprada Prabhu will say, I did all the cooking for, for the Bhagavatam class. Then some Mataji there will say, hey, we did garlands and this. Why only Dhundukari is going back to Godhead? Why not us? So now is the most important point. So Gokarn, at this stage, he says, what has happened? You all were listening to Bhagavad Saptah, 7 days of Bhagavatam, but it was only Dhundukari who was following the vows of Bhagavad Saptah, the vows that you take while you listen to Bhagavatam. So he was like sitting in one place. He was not sleeping on the bed. He was not eating anything. He was fasting, and he was steadily and attentively hearing Srimad Bhagavatam for all 7 days. That was the only reason why only he was taken back to Godhead, not all of you. But what you can do is, since the whole arena was set up anyways for Bhagavatam, everything was set up, so all the Brahmins, like the villagers, they requested, why don't you do it again one more time? And then Gokarn said, okay, we can do it, but you have to be very, you have to follow all the vows, and then you have to listen very carefully, attentively. So they did that. At the end of it, Vishnu, lot of hundreds of thousands of millions of, they came. Everybody was taken with Sri Krishna's instruction. Everybody up to the level of Chandal, they all went back to Vaikuntha. So not the insects and, they were not going even though they were listening. But everybody, apart from those, they all went to Vaikuntha on the order of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna himself came at the end of the Bhagavatam, which was recited by Gokarn, 2nd time. At this time, Sri Krishna is embracing Gokarn and taking him directly to
Golokdham.
Yes, not to Vaikuntha, even above that. In Padma Puran they describe as well. There is a fig tree and this and that. Everything is described how Vaikuntha is, and it is very beautifully mentioned as Prabhupada is also saying, Golok Vrindavan is much above Vaikuntha. So Shri Krishna himself is taking all these, now they are all devotees because they have attentively listened to a quarter of a verse of Srimad Bhagavatam for 7 days, every day. So all of them, they went back. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you all listened to it attentively on the Dwadashi of Ashwin Mas, Pitru Paksh. And I think you should not take any of the results, just offer it to your forefathers so that wherever they are, they will definitely elevate. They will never come back down. I hope all of your forefathers are already in a liberated state. If not, just pray for them. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, and sorry about extra time.
Hare Krishna.
देखो प्रभु की जय श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय doing arati for the deity. Stand up. Sundari, would you like to say? Gaurana? श्री करता है गौरचंद्र की जय।
की बजायो जय गौरचंद्रे हर Divine Loving Grace, Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnu Pad Purmosha Perifaradi Acharya Sutara Satisi Sima Divine Loving Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki Jai Ananti Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Prem to Gosi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadara Shivastri Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Prabhu Gopinath Shamakum Radhakum Giri Govardhana ki Sri Vrindavan Dhama ki Jai Sri Navadri Dhama ki Jai Dvaita Dhama ki Jai Ganga Vijayamaya ki Jai Sri Mati Kusmarani ki Jai Bhakti Devi ki Jai Karuna Nitai Gaura Chandra Sunday Lapis ki Gaura Premanande All glory to the Son. All glory to the Son. All glory to the Son. All glory to the Lord. Sri Sri Guru Jai Sri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So now we're going to chant and sing the next prayer. So the difference between a Hare Krishna temple and a church and a mosque and a Hindu temple is that we dance. Dancing is one of the signs of that you feel happy. And so even if you don't feel like dancing, Srila Prabhupada said, if you dance, even just a Swami step, we call it because that's the way Prabhupada taught us how to dance. Even if you don't feel like it and you dance, then the happiness and the joy comes by itself. Thank you very much. Can you come forward a little that people can see it also? Maybe move forward a little bit. Even more. Try to stand out now. More and more. Sorry.
Namaste Thank you.
Sure. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, wow.
Sound system is really good today. Thanks to Vivek, maybe. I don't put it up.
It's cold outside.
Oh, it's cold outside. Okay. Sure. Hare Krishna. Let's sing the full mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Speak louder, all of us together. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Working still?
Let us start with the most important thing for today.
Last week we made an announcement. It's changing. We made an announcement last week that His Grace Mahatma Prabhu undergoing heart surgery. What I hear from Toshin Prabhu is that the surgery has been finished. It was a bypass surgery of the heart, and Mahatma Prabhu is recovering. So all of us, first of all, thank you for praying last week and during the week. Let us now also pray to Shri Karunadaya Gaurachandra Bhagavan, our deities here, presiding deities in ISKCON Amsterdam, that His Grace Mahatma Prabhu recovers very soon, recovers very healthy, and comes back to Amsterdam very soon. So let us all recite Hare Krishna mantra three times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Today's wonderful Sunday Feast class was given by Renpo Prabhu. Thank you so much. The Sunday Feast cooking has been done by Jayashri and Vivek Prabhu. Wonderful deity decoration by Rucharani. Did you do it? Worship? Decorations?
Decoration is the basis for spring.
Also? Who?
Triveni.
Triveni Mataji? Makuldala Mataji, Jai. And Malati Lalita. Thank you so much. The devotees from our congregation also celebrated His Holiness Bhakti Vigyan Goswami Maharaj's Vyas Puja today. Let us thank Bhakti Vigyan Goswami Maharaj for being a spiritual master in our movement. Let us thank him today. Is this Vyas Puja day today or actual day, or you celebrated it today? Not today. Anyway, let's thank him by Lord chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Last week, during the week, we have done a lot of cleaning in the temple, and we have brought a lot of nice new things in the temple. But what we have seen as temple management is that as the days progress, as the weeks progress, the tendency is that things come back. They become trash again in the temple. So it's a humble request that if you leave something in the temple, please let somebody in the temple know within a week. If it stays after a week, and if nobody claims it, it will be going back to the trash. We will throw it ourselves. We don't want to wait until we fill a whole container of trash, just how we did last week. So we want to keep the whole temple clean. If you happen to miss something here, lose something here, leave behind something here, or whatever, or you want to give it to a friend, please make arrangements in which things don't just stay back in temple afterwards. We threw so many things last week, like so much. I don't really want to tell what all we threw, but let's not make it like that. Please take your stuff back, and then your jackets, umbrellas, whatever you keep here, take it back. If you forget,
just let somebody know. You can call the temple and know, and just please come and correct it back. Yeah. Can we do that? Thank you so much. Those who are here for the first time, please raise your hand. We have a small gift from Srila Prabhupada to you. Oh wow, many people. Toshan, maybe you can give. I don't think Jagadish has a lot of books. You can also give, maybe divide it up. Just too many books. Yes, you can please tell your name when you get the books. Yes, Prabhu, give some here also. Yes, okay.
Can I get?
Please tell your name when you get your copy. Loud. Pranav. Ashwin, thank you for coming. Paresh, thanks for coming. Sukanya, thank you for coming, Sukanya. Hare Krishna. Nivek, thank you so much. Abha, thank you for coming, Abha. What you are getting in your hands is Srimad Bhagavatam. We heard from Rinpo Prabhu today the benefits of Srimad Bhagavatam. You are getting Srimad Bhagavatam in your hands now in such auspicious time. I think more books are needed. Toshan, the book table was open. You can bring some more books. Jagdish, it's the second. Yeah, he's bringing. Okay. Okay. Please keep your hands raised then. Karthik, thanks for coming. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for coming. Bharati, thanks for coming. Huh? Shikha, thanks for coming, Shikha. Anyone else here who didn't get the book? First timers but didn't get the book? People standing outside, please. Yeah, please. No one? Okay, if no one is there, we'll continue with the announcements. As Rinpo Prabhu was saying in the class today, is the time period which is going on as Pitra Paksha. We sent a message in the group which seemed to have kids. Can we keep quiet for a time being, please? Hare Krishna. We sent a message in the group, but seems to have created a bit of confusion, as if ISKCON devotees worshipping forefathers now. We are not. Right? We are still worshipping Radha and Krishna. We are still intact. Our philosophy is still fine. But this period is beneficial if we honor, and that was the message which we had sent in the group. Maybe the translation was not good with some devotees who got confused. We are worshipping Krishna, but in this period, if we worship Krishna with an honor and respect towards our forefathers, they get benefited. Right? Not that we are worshipping forefathers. That is not our philosophy. So we worship still Karnataka Krishna in our temple. But if we make some offerings to Krishna in this time, in the loving memory of our forefathers and sisters, they get benefited. And that's the philosophy. So if you would like to make some offerings, today is a wonderful opportunity again. You can donate to our Madhuri Bhakti Mataji outside, Rinpo Prabhu also will be outside. So you can come and make any amount of donation which you want to make, not just for yourself and your family, but also for your ancestors, parents, whoever is there in your family. And towards Krishna, and Krishna can bless all of them, and everybody gets sumptuous blessings from Krishna. Kartika month is coming next month, 15th of October. We have a desire that in the month of Kartik, let everyone perform the Madhurashtakam in their home and offer ghee lamps to the deities. So if you want to host devotees on this day, in the whole month of Kartik, any day, we can facilitate it. Please leave your name and number with Madhuri Bhakti outside, so that we can then contact you and then see also your place. So if you want to host devotees in one of the days of Kartika month, you can let us know and we will come. We attempt to come, we try our best to come, and then we can perform the Madhurashtakam in your home and give you some prasadam, and then we'll bring Ghiviks ourselves, we'll bring Damodar deity ourselves. So that's about Kartika month. Weather is not so good. I think that's better for our temple. So we have full house. So please try to remember Krishna as much as possible in your lives. It's really the essence of our practice, that we try to remember Krishna all the time. The simplest way to do that is reciting Hare Krishna mantra. So you keep doing it. ISKCON it's our trademark, right? We are known as Hare Krishnas. So if you just keep chanting Hare Krishna mantra, Krishna can eventually come in your lives, in your hearts, and you can realize Krishna and then be Krishna conscious forever. So that's our request to you. Those who have gotten Srimad Bhagavatam today, please make sure you read. It's really important. You need to read it. And this is just one copy which you have got today. There are at least 50 other books like that because we are distributing small books. In a small book container, there are like 48 books or something. So you can also get a copy of it if you like what you read today. And yeah, that's about this. We have started a new prayer session every week now during the announcements, which all of us, we close our eyes and we tell to Krishna, to Sri Gaurachandra in our altar, that ISKCON Amsterdam needs a new temple. We have been trying our level best to make sure that things become nicer here. We all serve nicely. We try to keep this place as holy as possible. But everything can become so much better if we have our own temple in Amsterdam. So let us take a moment to reflect upon this and say this prayer to Shri Gaurachandra that we really need this temple in Amsterdam. Really. And maybe they will hear to this prayer one day. So let us chant Hare Krishna mantra, all of us together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Last time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Very auspicious people, ISKCON Amsterdam. Please send your prayers strongly and it will happen one day. Thank you so much. Anything else, Toshin bro? Anything else? That's it? Yeah. So we'll be serving prasadam now. For that you need to make rows. But our usual, what we do is also before we end our announcement, we take a moment to also reflect upon the origin of Krishna consciousness movement in Vrindavan, where Radha and Krishna are there. And Vrindavan Dham is special also. To sing, and today also we can have some prayers towards Mahatma Prabhu, that Adesham bless Mahatma Prabhu and he becomes healthy and happy very soon and come and visit us in Amsterdam again. So with all different and also for ISKCON Amsterdam's temple and everything together, with the motive in our own hearts that we want to become servants of Radha and Krishna. So sing Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Shyam Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Shyam Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radha Shankar Bhagwan ki Jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Subhadramaya ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.